play with Denise Rimmer as the social worker and Ramona Herndon as the client.
Yes. Good afternoon, Miss Denise. I'm here today to talk to you about I am trying to stop smoking, and I went to my doctor and she said that with my hypertension and my weight that stopping the smoking that I'm doing would help me. So I'm not exactly sure how to approach that.
So have you tried anything in the past to stop smoking, or is this your first attempt?
Well, I have tried the patch in the past, but I didn't like the way it made me feel, so I haven't tried anything else. And I don't want to do the patching.
So why do you want to make the change?
Because I want to be healthy, healthier, and I'd like to lose weight. I know that when people stop smoking, sometimes they gain weight. So I want to be able to stop smoking without, maybe to find something else to take its place. I don't want to, eat more and then end up, having that as a problem. So, so just for my health's sake, and, I don't want to catch cancer or nothing like that. So I know it's healthier for me to stop smoking.
So you said health and what was the other reason?
Well,
it was health.
I just would like to be here long. I don't, my height, the doctor said that if I stopped smoking, my blood pressure would go down. So,
So health and weight and hypertension, would you say they're your top reasons?
Yes, those are my top reasons. Those would be my top reasons.
So if you were to make this change, what would you need to do to be successful?
I guess I need to sign up for a smoking cessation class because I don't want to do the patches again. But that would be it. I would try to do that, sign up for a smoking cessation class.
Do you have a timeline when you want to have completed this?
Sorry. Well, hopefully I can do it like I would give myself 30 days. And then if I could not have a cigarette in 30 days, then I probably would feel like I achieved it, my goal.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 not at all important and 10 super important, how do you feel important this change would be for you?
I feel like it would be like a 9. I don't know. I just, I think that in order for it to be a 10, I'd probably have to do some other lifestyle changes. So it's probably like a 9 to me.
Would you be open to other lifestyle changes?
Yeah, but I want to only work on one thing at a time because I want to be successful. I want to be successful. I don't want to, I had put too much on my plate and then fail both of them. So I think I'm gonna just try to do one thing, and then if I'm successful, stop smoking, then I could try to move to something else.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you have anything in place that could help you, like maybe chewing gum or something like that to help you?
I haven't thought about that, but I think I do need to get something.
Just to help you be successful? Is the only thing. I know a lot of times when you take something out, you need to replace it with something else.
Yeah, so maybe I will try the gum chewing, in stressful situations, so that I'm not, tempted to pick up a cigarette.
Then, once the interaction is complete, what was it like to be the listener? It was actually really cool and interesting, and it felt good just hearing somebody explain their situation and why they wanted to do it. What was it like to be the speaker, and how did it feel, Ramona?
Well, it was fine. As the therapist, you put things back in my court. It's, so that I could think about things. All right, so that's a good thing that you've decided to make this change in your life. Have you sat down and wrote like goals that you would have for yourself in making this change? Do you know, have you like actually wrote it down to see in real time what it would be like what the steps that you would need to do to make that type of change? Do you have goals?
I haven't gotten that far, but I have thought about I haven't written it out, but I've thought about a few things. So I thought about not buying any more alcohol that I already have in the home, and to try to, at least right now, to have a stricter environment, so I'm not so tempted, is just go to work and go home, because it's kind of hard not to drink when I'm hanging out with my friends.
Yes. Well, it sounds like you're doing well already, because you've, established some steps that you're going to take. Do you think that you would need to set some long-term goals for yourself, or plan ahead of time? What exactly have you done? Do you think you'll need some help? Do you think you'll need some help, some supportive help? And if you think you would need help, where would you get that help from?
I think I do need help, mostly because a lot of my current friends and support are drinking a lot too. So I can see that my friends will no longer want to hang out with me because I don't want to drink. But it's been really hard to make this decision. I got a warning at work. I showed up a little tipsy, and I made a mistake, and it was pretty serious. So they left me off with a warning. But if I do anything again, I'm gonna get fired. So I want to be able to do this long term. But that's why I wanted to come here and talk to you, so I can get some more healthier support to make this change.
Okay. Well, it sounds, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you think you see yourself in being able to establish this change on a scale of 1 to 10 today? After next month when we meet, we can talk about another scale, but for today, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you see yourself?
I think at an 8, because it's really important to me. I am the sole provider for myself, so if I lose this job, it's pretty serious. But I know I'm still battling those urges to want to drink. So that little part of it makes it down to an 8, but the severity also puts it up there.
Very good. Okay, well, it sounds like you're on the road to recovery. If there's anything else I can do for you or give you more resources, just let me know.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate the time you took to talk to me today. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna go through the questions. What was it like for you to be, what was it like for me to be the listener? And it was fine. You sounded as if you had, everything planned out, and you were very easy to motivate. It would be easy to motivate you. So what was it like for you to be the speaker?
Or those as a client, I think I like that you asked me what steps I have been taking in the long term specifically too, because I can succeed short term, but long term is real change. So I like that you brought that up. I also liked when you asked what am I currently doing also to make the changes, makes me reflect about if I'm actively trying to meet my goal of stopping to drink, or is it just, only in the thought process at the moment?
Okay, very good.
Silly, I'm here to talk to you about changing my lifestyle by getting more active. I've got health issues. I want to be around for my grandkids, and I want to lose weight.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that you want to make some changes. What motivated this change? What inspired you to want to go ahead and meet this goal?
Well, I've got grandkids, like I said, and they're from 6 to 16, so I'd like to be around a while and see them go on with their life.
Okay. Have you spoken with a doctor to see about any resources, or specifically if there might be anything that can help you lose weight?
Well, I've talked to my doctor, and with her permission, I want to get more physically active.
Okay. What did your doctor say?
She says as long as I'm just moving around, and I've already watched what I eat, and I've put some I don't want to say restrictions in place. I've changed my eating habits to now I just need to get physically active.
Okay, so you started already to make some changes with adjusting your diet. What kind of physical activities are you looking into doing? Is there anything that could probably hurt you in becoming more physically able, like joints or any past injuries?
My knees, but I want to try just like walking, and and walking my dog. I'm walking with my best friend. My biggest problem is accountability, and I'm hoping if I'm doing it with my friend that she'll hold me accountable.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like you have some support ideas on how to maintain your accountability. Have you talked to your friends about maybe creating like a schedule so you guys can go ahead and keep that accountability?
I have, and she's for it. We've
I'm glad to hear
found a
it.
time that works.
I'm glad to hear it. It sounds like this friend is pretty good and supportive and wanting to support you in making this change. So I know you talked to me about, you want to stay here longer to see your grandkids, see them get older. With that said, on a scale from 1 to 10, how important is it for you to go ahead and gain better mobility to lose weight?
9, because it is really, really important. Having older parents, I see what happens when you're not as mobile as you should be. So it's really important. And not a 10 because I'm just not thick admitted yet. I want it badly, but I'll be honest, I'm not sure I want it that bad.
It can be difficult, it definitely can be difficult to make such a lifestyle change. There's the health component and the motivation for your grandchildren, but sometimes it can be a little bit tough. But I hope that I can go ahead and be a support system to you to, help you through this journey so that you can reach your goal and you can have a healthier lifestyle.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, you're welcome. Okay. And then now I'll ask the question. So for you as the client, how did you feel about our conversation?
It was great. I love the fact that you used the being a therapist, asking what I had done, and finding ways to make sure that I had a good support system, if that makes sense.
Yes. Okay. And then how did I feel? The speaker, listener, social worker, the change that the listener should use. I'm so sorry. I'm not understanding what I'm supposed to say.
How did you feel doing it, being the listener?
Oh, okay. I felt pretty good about it. I tried to bring back some of the information that you said to me to make sure that you feel that I'm listening to you and I'm detaining details about it. I also felt that it was nice that you were honest about also that it is hard to make these kind of changes. Any change is really hard, and being able to know that my client is also like can recognize that they may have difficulties. I think is really important to make sure that we can empower the client to meet their goal. And then the third question, I can't find that one.
That one is, how likely would I be to do the change and why? We've done this a few times. I'd be really likely because it is a lifestyle change and it would be for the right reasons, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, I really appreciate you guys working with me in the time zone. I know it can be really hard. I try my best to make it as early as possible because I know it gets late over there.
I'm going to stop recording this.